Thank you to Narwal for sponsoring this video. So I did a video a few months ago where I redid my entire house with smart home technology. And that one video took almost like 6 months of trial and error to find different products. Some worked, some were absolutely horrible and a disaster and sucked my money away. But I was here at CES and I kind of want to see what the next phase of like home stuff, home tech might be. So we walked around the entire show floor, every single hall, and even halls that weren't attached to the convention center, to kind of find the stuff they think I'm probably going to install in my house over the next few months. Schlage kind of stepped up hugely at CES with their Sense Pro Smart Deadbolt. All you have to do is literally walk up to your door and it will open, and it's because of the ultra wideband technology that is built in. It can detect the ultra wideband chip in your phone and accurately, like surprisingly accurately, calculate the distance from the lock. So when you walk up, it knows you're coming, and it can also unlock as you're leaving. So you don't really have to do anything. It also has NFC, so you can tap to unlock if you want to. But Schlage is continuing to sort of make getting to your home more convenient. Okay, so this is a weird one to probably pick. It looks like a normal plant, but if you kind of like zoom in a little bit, I think you're gonna see something different. It's appropriately named LeafyPod. Listen, I love plants, my wife loves plants, but we are murderers for things that are green. I got a hard time keeping them alive. But having kind of a nice, vibrant plants in my house or office, I think kind of brings a better look to the area and also kind of to the space. So our solution has been to have fake trees and fake plants all over our house. Something like LeafyPod will mean you can have actually like real plants. So what it is, it's a smart pot that of course uses everybody's favorite buzzword AI to make sure your plant is as healthy as possible. It's also got like multiple sensors and stuff to let you know if a plant needs like more or less light. It'll also automatically water the plant when needed. It's gonna drain the excess water when it needs to, and it's all managed from an app, so you can know sort of how your plant is performing. And if you've never had like a green thumb, like this is definitely one to look at. So not really home like in your house, but more like garage. With Volkswagen's new spin-off Scout, they announced 2 new cars, Terra and the Traveler, kind of a truck and an SUV. A few months ago, they're showing them, I hadn't seen them in person. These things are really good looking in person, like surprisingly good looking in person. Terra is the truck and Traveler is the SUV. And I thought Traveler was gonna be more like R1S size or maybe like R2 size, but it's more like Bronco size. It's got pretty good specs too. 0 to 60 in 3.5 seconds. Ishy 350 miles range, though I imagine that's with like the wheels you probably don't want and driving 65 miles an hour behind like a semi. Range will probably vary. What they did with this, which I thought was really unique, they've got something called the harvester generator. So it's a gas generator that only puts power to the battery. They'll give you about 500 miles of range. There's a bunch of other cars here too. Aptera, you might have seen this like 3-wheeled concept for a while. I guess it's technically kind of the first solar powered car. It's got solar on the roof. They've been showing this for a while. They did some crowdfunding. It is surprisingly bigger than you'd expect. They're showing like the actual production version here that like actually will be a car. We see so many cars get announced here at CES that never make it to the light of day. So actually seeing one looks like this, it's actually coming to the market. Thought was pretty cool. Speaking of house, this video's sponsor, Narwal, really wants to keep your house clean. And they're doing it with some pretty cool technology you might not have thought of. So Narwal's got a really big lineup here, from the all-new Flow series, the Frio Z10, the Frio Pro, and of course the S30. So I want to kick things off, kind of start it with the all-new Flow series. I think that this is probably the most advanced flagship robot vacuum mop on the market. Kind of do some serious cleaning in your home. And one of the coolest features, I think, is Deep Carpet Boost, which actually moves the robot in the opposite direction of the roller brush, kind of leading to a more powerful deep clean of your carpet and sort of dust pickup rate that's 2 times industry average. If you've ever had stuff stuck in carpet, it's always been kind of the Achilles heel of these robot vacuums. Now, what essentially a Narwal does, it goes and flattens the carpet one way, drops down the suction, comes all the way back to pick up what's there. It's also packed with a ton of tech, as Narwal is kind of known to do inside here as well. There are actually twin RGB cameras, and I got a demonstration of what they can capture so it can identify certain things in the way and go around them, talking like pet food or other things that might come out of pets, toys. It actually can detect 200 plus objects, so allowing the robot to kind of think and react in real time and kind of develop the best cleaning strategy. The Flow series, I think, one of the best of Narwal. I think it doubles down on some of the things that they do best. It's got a really impressive precision edge cleaning. And tangles are something that I have a wife and a daughter with really long hair. Things always get tangled in the brushes. Not anymore. It was kind of a thing of the past. The zero tangle floating roller brush, they actually did a demonstration. They just took long hair and fed it directly into it. And ordinarily that would choke almost every other vacuum out there, but Narwal is able to take it, suction the hair right through without any sort of tangling. So, but Narwal is not like stopping there. It also brings some of this tech, like the truly tangle-free system, kind of down to affordable price points like the Frio Z10. Typically, these are like flagship prices. This is a technology that anybody who has anyone in their house with long hair could use. Sort of last and like definitely not least, the Narwal S30, sort of here to kind of be the stick vacuum of probably your kitchen's dreams. So it's got a 100% tangle-free design. So pet hair, long hair, tangled clumps will not be a problem for this. It's also got a really cool self-cleaning feature that uses hot water, quickly dissolve dirt, kind of be ready to clean in no time. Narwal has been doing this for a long time. Like I said earlier, they've perfected what they're doing. There's no gimmicks for the sake of gimmicks. Everything that's in here works well, and it works exactly how Narwal says. If you want to learn more or check out any of kind of the awesome Narwal products, hit the link down below. I've never really talked about beach tech, but I have talked about Anker SOLIX batteries on this channel before. This is something, honestly, I've never seen or thought about, but it makes a lot of sense. So essentially it's a solar umbrella. So you've got a battery in it, and you use that to charge whatever you want. If you bring your phone or I don't want to bring a laptop with you to the beach, you can, but it'll work even like a battery generator. And eventually, stuff you bring with you to the beach, you're going to want to recharge, and this solar beach umbrella will do exactly what you think it will. It'll have solar panels, it's got ports, and you can charge whatever you need without having to bring extra battery packs with you. It's not like a huge thing, it's not as giant as you might expect, but it does work as advertised. And there's not a huge amount to talk about, but it is really cool. If you've ever been at the beach for a while and you wanted to charge something or bring a speaker with you and you run out of juice, this just helps solve that problem. All right, so this one is maybe a little in the weeds, but it's the Roam SodaTop. This is sort of a cap that attaches to your water bottle, lets you make carbonated water from absolutely anywhere. The cap securely seals to your water bottle. Inside is a CO2 cartridge to do all the carbonation. So this works on Roam's own stainless steel water bottles, but also will allegedly work on some other bottles you might already have, like a Hydro Flask, for example. Plus, Roam is working on making flavored CO2 cartridges that not only carbonate, but also kind of give you a splash of like flavor if you want. So if plain water's not your jam, this might be a really nice place to look. So meet InkPoster. This is a digital art frame that uses e-ink technology to give you, I think, kind of a better digital experience. And because it's e-ink, it's not really using any power when it's displaying, and it doesn't emit light. It's got no heat. It delivers really vibrant colors that give you a like surprisingly close resemblance to real artwork. I don't know if you can tell in the video, but in person, it looks really good. So it'll be available in 3 sizes. I think a too small, 13.3 inches, probably a better 28.5, and the one that I would look at, the bigger one, 31.5 inches. It's also battery powered too, so you don't have to worry about like wiring it to an outlet or anything. You can easily kind of see where the future of this product can go. I thought it was just a really cool use of tech, and I was surprised at how good the e-ink technology has gotten. So I've long talked about my struggle with insomnia in the past. And one of the most important things for me when it comes to getting a good night's sleep, making sure that I am in like pitch blackness, which is hard. And one thing that have helped me with that is getting shades on my windows. I've got shutters, but they let light through, kind of blackout shades. Brings us to Lutron. So I've got their switches in my house. You probably have heard of them. They've actually announced now from their Caseta line smart shades. And these are shades with smart control that can be adjusted based on your schedule or with your phone, also with your voice. They also work with HomeKit. That's important to you. And now Lutron is not new to the smart shade business. What's different here is the price. They've usually been really expensive. These are now $3.99. And I know that probably sounds like a lot. Like previous Lutron shades, you could be paying $600, $700, $800 per shade. A whole house would cost upwards of $15,000. That's why we didn't do it in our house. And now for like a fraction of that, you can get smart control, and it's still a really premium product. And I'm really happy to see Lutron not going down market, but going kind of more affordable. Because out of every smart device I've ever used, Lutron has really been like amongst the most reliable. If you want to check out any of the stuff that I talked about here, and there's a lot more CS videos coming up, all the links you need will be down below.